Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Vanquish. Last time we crash landed in this beautiful scenic forest area where we're going to begin Act 4 of only 5 acts. We're in the home stretch now.
Can you see the building in the distance?
Yeah.
That's the Grand Coulee Dam. Take the elevator and head towards it.
All right, you lead the way.
So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to grab the sniper rifle over here in the pod on the left because there are snipers in the area.
Be careful. There are reports of an enemy sniper team ahead.
Yeah, there are the 2 blue Gorgie USSs, and there's also a red Gorgie over here who has a rocket launcher. And then that leaves only this guy, who's just a plain old Gorgie with nothing special, and the golden Gorgie, the USG? USR. God, I always get them mixed up. He was kind enough to drop me an upgrade for my sniper rifle, which I didn't really need. We'll keep it around anyway, because there's more sandbag cover, and there are more sniper teams around. There are about 6 in total in this part. And they use the tall grass in really cool ways in this mission. Like, they use them here to just kind of camouflage the sniper Gorgies, and then I think there's, yeah, this guy on the turret. And there should be one more sniper around the corner, but we'll just clean the rest up with the HMG. Yeah, they do some cool stuff with the tall grass in this mission. Especially one of the sections coming up later. Can't wait to get around to that. But now, as soon as I get a chance, I'm gonna abandon the sniper rifle. I think there should be something that dropped over here. It's a shotgun. I think there's a disc launcher a little bit further ahead. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I think I'll grab that instead.
Not what I was after, but
just because I don't have it upgraded that much, and I want to max something out. I want to take advantage of something if an upgrade drops, which you get either 1 or 2 of those as random drops per mission. And you'll see here the lock-on laser just cleans house because you get big, wide open spaces in this forest. Hey, mobile laser cover crabs. They did not help out. Lock-on laser can fire over cover. And now we can hop on one of these MOAs. I was looking to see which one was less damaged. The MOAs aren't necessary for this part, but what's coming up from underground... Chicanes, that's what they're called. They do have a name. Mobile laser cover crab's a funner name. Funner? That's not a word. These are the drill Romanovs we fought earlier. And if you remember, they are quite tough. They have a lot of health, so the cannon on the MOA does quite a bit of damage to them. Let's see. Ah, shit. Did it detach its arms, or is it just flying across the ground? Okay, no. That's interesting. Holy shit, look at him go. Oh, he has no legs! This is what they do when they have no legs. I've never seen them do quite that before. That's really cool. I've never shot the legs off of these things. I guess you need heavy weapons fire to shoot their legs off. Yeah, I think all models of Gorgie, Romanovs can be decapitated, and you can also sever their legs. I've never severed the legs of the drill Romanovs before, though. That's fucking cool. I like that a lot. Also, I just noticed Degrassi up there. Admiral Degrassi.
The dam facility is up ahead. Go through it, and you've got another elevator you can use.
I'm almost there.
Enemy RIs seem to be readying for a siege and have the place locked down.
These RIs are starting to get on my goddamn nerves.
This is another spot where the lock-on laser is going to look absolutely overpowered. So I'm going to come up here to get a really good vantage point. You can see a bunch of mobile laser cover crabs and a big old choke point where dozens of Gorgies are coming out. They're just going to keep coming. We have 80 rockets to fire with the lock-on laser. That is not going to be a problem. So eventually Romanovs start coming, and they fare a lot better against the lock-on laser. But by the time they get out here, you've already killed like 60 Gorgies. Maybe not quite that many, but that section can take a couple of minutes without the lock-on laser. It's also a really nice spot to use the LFE in if you have that with you. Come on, big missile. Yep. Yeah, you can kind of just get underneath the overhang there and fire up into the platform. And because the LFE fires through cover, or through solid material, you just fire upwards and it just annihilates everything. Yep.
Good. Then unlock the door. We're going in.
So yeah, the lock-on laser has its uses, you could say. Oh. I don't think there's anything too heavy coming up where I would want the rocket launcher. I mean, after this mission, there's some stuff, but I'm sure I'll get a rocket launcher before then anyway. Let's see, there's shotgun. Nah, I'm okay with what I have right now. Eventually, I want to swap something out for an LFE, but I haven't found one yet. The LFE is the next thing I want to work towards maxing out. I wonder if by the end of this, I can actually max everything out. So far, I'm on track to. I've never done a run before where I've upgraded every single weapon to max. This might be a first. Alright, so first we have to engage this, and then you'll see something pretty cool happen. So this is the other section I was talking about, where they use the high grass really well. Not quite yet, although this is a really cool change of scenery. Oh, come on. I'm trying, like, the front of the MOA is armored so heavily. I'm just trying to pick the rider off to destroy it. There we go. Now I can focus on other things. Surprised my turret hasn't been destroyed yet. It's actually really lucky. Here's where they start using the tall grass in a cool-ass way. You can either look at the radar to kind of determine where the Gorgies are coming from, or you can fire into the tall grass when you see it moving because you know they're coming through the brush. Man, this game just, like, you would think it would get repetitive, but they use set pieces and scenery so well, and they keep varying things up and introducing new enemy types and new compositions. It never gets old. Like, I could play this game and have this be the only shooter I play and be totally content with that. It's one of those, if you had to take one game with you on an island, and that it's the only game you can bring, what would it be? Like, if you're restricting that to third-person shooters, it's Vanquish. It's Vanquish every single time. This is easily the best third-person shooter ever made. Like, it's in a class of its own. It's in that it's in that class that Bayonetta's in for character action games. Oh shit, and we get some, oh, I always get the names of these messed up. They're USGs. These ones are the USGs. I feel like they should be, like, you know how the Romanovs are, their names correspond to the weapon they have? Like the, oh wow, why can't I think of an example right now? Like, I think the drill ones are Romanov Ds, D for drill. Romanov Fs are the ones with the flamethrowers.
Hurry up and get on board.
I feel like the Gorgie names should correspond to their colors. Like, USG should be gold, the blue one should be USBs. Those ones should be the USRs. Maybe there is a name convention there that I'm just not aware of. Oh shit. Right, I need to hit this. Oh no, Degrassi's not gonna make it in. I'll miss you, Degrassi. You were my guilty pleasure when I was like 15. Wow, he just left a lot of Marines behind. Oh shit.
So this is how the Marines do business. Marines complete the mission. We don't get the luxury of choosing how. Corps and country come first.
That could give you a good idea of where the rift in Burns's and Sam's friendship comes in. If you look closely at Burns's arm, the non-robotic one, he has a tattoo of Chinese characters which translate to bad friends.
But it'll do.
And I like that that's a constant interaction between those two characters. Is Sam's dedication to his fellow Marines and not leaving anyone behind, and Burns's insistence that they knew what they signed up for and completing the mission is a priority above all else. Also, these Viewhound enemies, they're not technically new, but this is the first time we're getting a pretty good look at them. They are also Transformers.
Clear.
They have a really cool design. We gotta look at them during that initial turret sequence, like many acts ago.
You really rolled out the welcome map. Must have a thing for VIPs.
Head for the control tower on the other side of the bridge.
Easy for you to say.
I really hate the sound mixing in that cutscene. It doesn't sound nearly as chaotic as other battle sequences have been. Also, we can see from the life bar that a Buzzard has joined us. The Buzzard is that mini-boss we fought during one of the monorail sequences a while back. But now we get to fight it on the ground, and this thing is a pretty cool mini-boss. It's gonna land sooner or later, I think after we take out these couple more Gorgies. And yeah, here it comes in for a landing. Let's take care of this last Gorgie before the Buzzard gets a chance to take free shots at me. Yeah, here we go. I love the way this thing lands. That attack is cool. It's got its little turret on the front, and it's got 2 weak points in the front. They're both guarded by that shell. So you kind of have to catch it when it's rearing its head up, or you have to get around. Whoop. Invincibility frames, yeah. Or you have to get around behind it because there's a more exposed weak point on the back. Oh man, this attack! This Kamehameha. That leaves it exposed for a really long time. So you can get a lot of good free damage in right now. This thing's got really great animations on it. Especially anytime its arms disconnect. Doesn't last very long though. It's kind of a short and sweet mini boss, maybe a little bit too short. I would have liked that to last just a tad bit longer. Let's see. All of that just so I could get my weapons in a place that I like them. I like the assault rifle on the right, I like the HMG on the top. And then anything else, like, the bottom is my kind of wild card slot. It's just for the sake of my muscle memory, because of that that reloading trick. Man, the fucking scenery here is so good. This is such a pretty game that I don't feel like it doesn't get credit for being as pretty as it is. Oh man, I just remembered. I missed it by now, but there was a rhinoceros beetle on a tree somewhere. I've never been able to actually find it. So in the comments, if you know where, what? Okay. If you know where it is, please let me know, because I've never been able to find this beetle. Beetles rhinoceros beetles in particular in Shinji Mikami games are like a recurring thing. Platinum games in general, that's a thing. Like, there were a bunch scattered in Bayonetta. The rhinoceros beetle in this game is a reference to the hidden one in Resident Evil 4. There's one on a tree somewhere at the beginning of Act 4 Mission 1, and I can't remember where it's supposed to be even. I think it's near a heavy machine gun. At least that's what I've read. Yeah, let's shoot you down, and then we'll get a better look out at this horizon. Because we're on top of a dam, so we're looking out into the reservoir. This area is so cool looking. It's very, very pretty. Picturesque at times. This is only the second prettiest looking area in the game. Act 4 has some really great set pieces and some beautiful scenery still to come.
I'll take this.
And we're making our way into a really chaotic fight. because we have an Argus following us up the stairs, and now we're sandwiched between him and a bunch of Gorgies. And this scene tends to be a little bit tough. Or, I mean, this sequence. So I'm gonna try, yeah. I might not take them out in time, so this might have backfired. The idea was to kind of do an EMP slide in here. It's actually worked out. I got the second EMP off. Shit. I gotta dodge the follow-up. No! I didn't react nearly quick enough. Alright. Yeah, that's a spot where I die really often. It's a tough place to be in. And it starts you right in the middle of the room with the Argus just crashing in. This is just because of that fact, that, like, ability to get sandwiched like that, I consider this one of the tougher Argus fights. But now with the Gorgies kind of cut off behind the Argus in the back of the room, they're not nearly the nuisance that they were when we first walked in here for that first attempt. I feel like I'm getting blocked up by debris a little bit. Okay, let's pick that other leg off. When you get the Argus one-on-one, it's not so bad. But when you're sandwiched in here, it can be quite tough. Oh, hey, one of the Gorgies made it forward. Let's pick him off. And then, I guess as the Argus is transforming into its next phase, I'll go and deal with the other Gorgies. I wish I wasn't overheated right now. That'd make that a little bit easier. So we'll do his big, wild, spaz-out rocket attack as usual, and that buys you plenty of time to clean up the remaining Gorgies while he transforms. His second phase is never as threatening as the first one, just because he has that big rocket attack that can two-shot you. Alright, now it's just a normal Argus fight, except we're way, way stronger than at any other point in the game that we fought in Argus. We have way more upgrades going for us now, so he's not nearly as tough. There's a lot less cover in this room, but what the hell is that? Oh, right, I forgot he gets a new attack now. Yeah, oh shit. And they, shit, they track you. Yeah, he gets a couple new attacks in this phase. Or, I mean, in this fight. There's this. It's interesting that this is the only time you actually see Sam with just, like, a standard handgun. Is during those, grapple sequences. So, we have rockets, might as well use them. I'm surprised the second rocket actually landed. It looks like he closed up the his chest plate and covered his core up before that rocket landed. Alright, we got the back. And of course he would fall down in a spot where we can't really see the core that well. Bam. But it's not over just yet. He has one more, like, Rondo of Blood style kamikaze attack. Last-ditch effort to kill you. Yeah, and that's what, our fourth or fifth Argus fight? I don't think the Arguses ever really get old. That's a cool effect. The first time I ever played this, I thought it was gonna flood the room and put me on like a timer or something. Nah. It's just there for the sake of it, and it only triggers when you get close. I forgot how much I like Act 4. Act 4 is usually the one that I kind of forget about and sleep on the most. But no, Act 4 is really super solid. Especially the end of the act. I don't want to spoil it, but there is something amazing coming up. Let's see, I want to head out here, right? Yeah. When in doubt, I mean, there's always the V on the minimap to go to, but you can also just follow Burns and see wherever the Marines are heading. And we get a nice, another really nice view of the reservoir. That makes me think, what the hell do they have a dam for? Like, are they using it for... Are they using it for, like, hydroelectricity? Might just be, I guess it could just be water reserves for the colony. Like, that's a much simpler explanation. Oh, these guys again. I'm gonna have to, let's see. I'm gonna try and figure out what the names of these things are after I kill one of them. I usually don't pay attention to that part of the right side of the screen below the score. A2 spears. I normally never pay attention to that. It's an... Whoa, don't want to do that. I almost accidentally fired a rocket, and I want to save all of mine. And they were even nice enough to drop me a rocket. That's fine. We're going to use all those rockets.
Have some juice.
We are definitely going to do that. And that's just you up on the turret. Let's see if I can get a good clear shot of the head. Something to note about the assault rifle. The recoil pattern always drags the reticle directly upwards. So if you just line yourself up with the center of a target, like center mass, and hold the trigger down, the reticle will always drift upwards towards the head because of the recoil. It's a good way to control that. So we have two of these cat necks here. The really, really dangerous ones. We are not even going to play games with these. We're going to EMP them and rocket them to death. Because two of them, that's nothing to fuck with. They're absolutely some of the most dangerous enemies in the game. Do not even play games. Bia's right. Yeah, they give you a lot of rocket launcher ammunition here, and there's a good reason for that. Those Bias, they're not to be taken lightly. Don't even give them the chance to kill you. Now, that's going to do it for today. I'm going to scavenge off screen. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.
It's gonna be fun.